All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Workhorse has been very volatile in the last couple of days, and something that was really interesting to me was how Workhorse ran up and it fell pretty quickly, and now it's brought itself back up slightly and it's leveling off kind of in the middle of all this run. So we're about halfway up from where it previously was from the total amount that it ran up, and here we are at the $17 mark, slightly below at 17.17, below the 50-day moving average. That's super important because the 50-day moving average is 17.20, 3-cent difference. So there's going to be a battle here between the bulls and the bears, and there's going to be a tug of war, and there's some important numbers to now keep in mind based off of what the chart is showing us. Previously, the lows were 15.14, super important, but now after this bullish run and bearish drop, now we are in a sideways movement, slight recovery here, trying to bring itself back up from the bulls side of perspective, but the bears keep trying to hold them down. And there's a new support level that is important before the 15.14, and that's 16.26. I'd write that down. That's super important to keep that in mind. So I also want to announce to all you guys that there will be a trivia question at the end of this video, and it's the sole purpose of you guys memorizing important points for the next coming days or weeks of this chart. And I look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below. So stay tuned till the end because I will be talking about a trivia question towards the end of the video. But again, very important point, 16.26. If that gets broken through, this is the lowest point seen after this bullish run and sideways movement and slight recovery. So if that gets broken through, this could be on its way to newer lows. Now, the highest point reached in this run, which was touched twice on the same day, is yesterday's resistance level leading on till today. So this is an important resistance level, and that's 1783. 1783 is significant because the bulls need to work their way towards it to break through it and reach new highs. You got to keep that in mind. Every single investor, pay close attention to that. Obviously, our resistance and supports have slightly changed, and we're going to take a look at it in just a moment. But this is still an important resistance level in the next couple of days and weeks. Now, the most important resistance level is way up here at 1936. The bulls want to break through that to reach new highs and new resistance levels and pull much further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. But before getting there, obviously 1783 is important. But let's look at our new support and our new resistance levels based off of the chart. So we're going to look at this pretty narrow, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit broader. So here we are with our new points, and the lowest point reached today was 1680. That's a number to keep in mind just in case it breaks through our support level, to keep in mind for the next coming day and also throughout the day on Monday and Tuesday and throughout the week. If it heads that way, to keep in mind that it might be pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, and then you got your next point down here at 16.26. But again, before getting to any of those numbers, we're going to look at this narrow. So for the bulls to recover and get back over the 50-day moving average, which is 17.20, they need to cross it. But after crossing it, to confirm and maintain leverage, they need to break through the resistance of 17.68, turn that into a support, pull away from it, reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So I want every single investor to keep that in mind, that 1768 needs to be broken through so that the bulls can reach newer highs and new resistance levels to reach further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. That's super important for the bulls, and I want every investor to keep that in mind. Now, if the bulls do break through this, their next point would be the highest point reached, which was rejected twice, and it was yesterday's resistance level as we saw it. If I move it right back to it, which is 1783. Keep that in mind. If it breaks through this resistance level, this is the next point of reference. That is important because it got rejected twice at that point. So I want you guys to remember those. But before getting there, obviously the first resistance level that needs to be broken through is 1768, turn into a support so this can reach newer highs. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bears want. And right now, they're slightly dominating by 3 cents. 3 cents may seem like a little bit, but it's a lot because we're already on the bottom side of the 50-day moving average, meaning that we're in bearish territory. So the bears are going to try to use that as leverage to continue to pull this down further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. Now, our support level is 1692. I want to emphasize to all investors that if 1692 is broken through, pay close attention to how this stock is reacting, how quickly is it hitting newer lows, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, because if it is broken through, this could be on its way to newer lows, new support levels, and the bears are gaining control. I want every single investor to watch closely the behavior of the stock if 1692 is broken through, because we're already slightly in bearish territory, and breaking through the support just signifies that we're getting deeper into it. Now, the bulls can reappear and try to bring this back up, so you want to pay close attention to the behavior and how this stock is reacting according to what it's showing us and the inflow, the outflow of the stock, and also put your 5-minute, your 15-minute, and also your 1-minute time chart frames so that you don't miss out on what's going on, and make sure you know who is dominating this chart. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit that like button to let me know you watched this video. So, trivia question. What is the most important point for the bulls to break through? I know I talked about several points. I talked about this resistance level, and I talked about yesterday's resistance level, and I talked about the highest point reached in this run. What is the most important point for the bulls to break through, to reach newer highs and pull much further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction? And what is the most important point to pay close attention to in the near term on the low end of the spectrum when this started to drop to newer lows and it bounced back from that point? And why is it important to pay close attention to it if it gets broken through? Those are the 2 questions. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching.